Rastafari TV Network presents Timeline May, a month of liberation, legacy, and light, honoring our victories, reviving our vision. Rastafari TV Network invites the global community to pause, reflect, and rise in remembrance this May, a month steeped in revolutionary milestones, crowned with victories of African sovereignty, resilience, and divine restoration. May 5th, Victory of Adwa and Ethiopian Liberation Day. Though the Battle of Adwa was fought in March 1896, it is often commemorated in May as a beacon of black resistance against colonial tyranny. This decisive Ethiopian victory over the invading Italian forces shattered the myth of European invincibility and inspired freedom fighters across Africa and the diaspora. May 5th, 1941, 5 years to the day after fascist Italy had invaded and occupied Ethiopia, Emperor Haile Selassie I returned in triumphant glory to Addis Ababa, greeted by a sea of jubilant citizens and divine celebration. His return marked the end of foreign occupation, the restoration of the Solomonic dynasty, and the reaffirmation of Ethiopia's sacred sovereignty. God and history will remember your judgment, is a famous quote by Emperor Haile Selassie I upon his return. May 25th, African Liberation Day. On this historic day in 1963, Emperor Haile Selassie I stood before the gathered heads of 32 newly independent African nations and declared, "Africa must unite or perish." It was in Addis Ababa, the capital of a never-colonized African nation, that the Organization of African Unity, OAU, was born, planting the seeds of Pan-African unity, collective self-determination, and resistance against apartheid and neo-colonialism. This prophetic gathering birthed African Liberation Day, now honored globally as a time to recommit ourselves to sovereignty, solidarity, and spiritual renaissance across the Black carbon world. May 28th, the fall of the Derg regime. On May 28, 1991, the tyrannical Derg regime collapsed after nearly 2 decades of military dictatorship and political repression. This day marked the dawn of a new era in Ethiopian governance and the end of a brutal chapter in the nation's history. Rastafari TV pays tribute to all those who endured and overcame this period and continues to uplift truth, justice, and cultural preservation for future generations. Caribbean American Heritage Month. May also signals Caribbean American Heritage Month, a tribute to the enduring contributions of Caribbean people to global progress, from revolutionary thinkers and freedom fighters to pioneers in medicine, arts, science, and education. For Rastafari communities across the Caribbean and beyond, this month also echoes the deep spiritual and cultural ties to Ethiopia, African heritage, and the ancestral call to live sovereign, sustainable, and super-conscious liberty rooted in truth and balance. Season of renewal and reconnection. As the planting season flourishes across the Caribbean, May becomes a sacred time for agricultural rituals, ancestral honoring, and grounding in the earth. It is a reminder of our bond with creation, our duty to protect it, and the regenerative power of our culture and faith. Join us all month long on Rastafari.tv. We will feature powerful documentaries, revolutionary speeches, sacred music, and grassroots voices, lifting up these landmark events that shaped our identity, our liberation, and our future. Stay tuned, stay sovereign, stay streaming for one African liberation at home and abroad.
Publish, shop, subscribe, follow Rastafari.tv.